everybody, crafting journey here, that journey chick on Instagram. The week is almost over. It's Thursday. I thought I had physical therapy yesterday. I walk over there and she's like, Rebecca, you're tomorrow at 3. Not today. So I go back to the office and my boss says, well, that was quick. I said, yeah, it's tomorrow. So I came home yesterday from work and because I had, the live to do. I get home at like 4:30, greet the animals. They're like going crazy. And I said, I wanted to finish this section so I can move on to the next section. So I furiously finished this section. Like I started at 5 minutes to 5 and by 5:30 I had this section done. I was like multi-place and single place and like I was, really, I had a rhythm going. So this bottom part is done here with the worm, yes, and this is, I think that's a mushroom there. Anyway, I like the way that I blinged his little collar there. Anyway, so today we're going to work on this part, I think, here. Yeah, let's see. Is that the part I want to work on? No, I want to work on this part up here. Okay, so I'm going to actually turn it this way. Because I had already started. This is, let me show you what's up here. I just threw the mouse on the floor. Okay. So this is, I don't know what the character is, but maybe the Mad Hatter, I don't know. It's really strange. But I put some bling into his headdress, whatever that's supposed to be. Anywho, let's, I'm only going to work on one section though, I think. Although, I don't know, I just should leave the whole thing open, right? Maybe I'll cut, because this is all one part. Maybe I'll just do like this. Because I want to do this part here. I know, it's weird how I diamond paint. I get it. Oh, I had a fantastic live yesterday. Shalene was my guest. I'll put a link to it up here. She is the sweetest, honest to God. I love her. So we talked about all the cross stitch alongs that I'm going to participate in that are coming up that Shalene is hosting. Yeah, I'm back into cross stitch. Except after the live last night, I had to go watch Big Brother. Last night was the premiere of Big Brother. I'm so glad that show is back. Honest to God, I love that show. I know, I'm weird. I know. But, and I need to change the wax in this pen. Oh, my ribs hurt. I don't know why my ribs hurt. Allergies. I have allergies, I guess. I never had them before. But I, sneezing, coughing, I don't know. I called my son yesterday. Oh my God. Totally squirreling here. I was watching the commercial, one of the commercials for Big Brother, and it showed the band Daughtry, which is Chris Daughtry. He was an American Idol. He was an American Idol. He didn't win, but he was on American Idol many years ago. I think he was on Carrie Underwood's season. I don't remember, but anyway, I just love this guy. I've seen him in concert before. And he's doing a local concert in my son's town, one county over, on Saturday night, and I really want to go. So I called my son, and he's sick as a dog. Him and his wife both have head colds. I'm like, okay, never mind. So I'm gonna go by myself. Yep, I am. I love Chris Daughtry. Love. And it's the park where my grandson had his birthday party, where I, walked into the lake, fell into the lake, whatever. So I'm going to maybe run over there after work today and grab a ticket, because you have to get a ticket. And then I'm going to get a lawn chair, and I'm going to sit on the lawn in front of it's an outdoor amphitheater. I'm going to spread myself out in the lawn, get me some bug spray, and I don't know, something to drink, and just enjoy the concert Saturday night. And maybe I'll meet up with somebody else that loves Chris Daughtry that had to go by themselves, or not, you know. Anyway, I love Daughtry, and I've been, you know, he's rock, so, and he's not like super famous, but I love his music. I just do. I love that kind of music. Anyway, totally swirling. All right, because I'm not quite awake yet. I think. All right, what color am I going to do today? I need to do tea. Yes, tea. Let's do some tea. Let's do some tea. Okay. I'm crazy today. So I had to take some cold medicine again last night to get to sleep. So I'm a little hungover. Yeah. But I gotta tell you, Big Brother did not disappoint. It didn't. I just love that show. You know, it's not for everybody, but I am a huge fan of reality TV, and that's always been a favorite of mine, Big Brother. All right, let's stop talking about that and move along. What else is going on? So yeah, I was so tired. I watched Big Brother and did no crafting. None. I sat in the chair and did nothing. Nada. I was going to play with the cats, but the cats had other plans. They were playing with Tootsie. 3 of them were running around the house. Here's some cat capers from this morning. Yeah, I don't know. They acted like they were on crack this morning. Um, honestly, they are some happy kittens. I don't put them in the room at night anymore. Um, and I think they go to sleep on the bed at some point during the night. I don't know. Tootsie and I go to sleep. They're not there. And eventually they come, and I think they sleep for a while, and then they go play. I don't know what they're doing, but they're happy. They're not. But yeah, I think my curtains in the living room they're not ruining curtains, but they're coming down. The curtains are like slowly, you know, like they weren't in there that securely to begin with because I put them up. So what I think I'm going to do is call, you know, when my son is feeling better, have him come over and, you know, with a drill and just drill those curtains in so they don't pull them off the wall. I fully expect to come home one of these days and those curtains will be down on the floor. Yeah, and I need those curtains because around 5:30, 6 o'clock, that sun comes in and it's brutal. Oh, there's something in my eye today. Oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry. I'll edit that part out. I've got the dishwasher running in the background. I hope that's not too loud. I don't think you'll be able to hear it, but I'm starting to run out of cups, so I had to run the dishwasher. So, my Sunday live this Sunday at 11 a.m. We're gonna have the four out of the I can't count. A bunch of the team captains for the 90-day step challenge. Crystal, Tia, Crashly, and myself. So the 4 of us will be there. Jennifer probably will not. Jennifer's on maternity leave, as you know. She adopted a new baby, so she's adjusting. I mean, it was a newborn. She took it home like 2 days after it was born. So she and her husband are both on maternity leave. And there is a big baby shower for her, a Zoom baby shower, virtual baby shower for her on Sunday at 6 p.m. If you want to be part of that, message me. I'll let you know how you can take part. So what we've been doing is, we have a Facebook group set up where her registry is. There's a PayPal thing. You can donate money for her if you choose to do that instead of sending her something off her registry. But everything she's gotten off her registry is sitting in her house, and she's not allowed to open it. So she's going to open all that during the Zoom, which is going to be super cute. And it is going to be my Zoom, and I will make sure that it is recorded for anybody that would like to watch. I just hope I'm not coming down with a cold like my son and his wife, because I want to go see Daughtry this weekend. Yes. Yes. Usually Crystal has an all-night Zoom, but man, I'll just catch it when I get home. And I hate going all the way over to the next county at night, but oh man, I just love Chris Daughtry. It's worth it. It's worth it. Okie dokie, the 5-placer. Let's grab the 5-placer. I know, I'm just zoning out. I'm laying drills and zoning out. Anyway, what is going on? Okay, so what national day it is? This is National Chocolate Almond Day. I love chocolate, and I love almonds, and I love chocolate almonds. Even better, chocolate covered almonds. Almonds are it's really a healthy nut in smaller quantities. In large quantities, it has a lot of fat, but in smaller quantities, it helps protect your heart, your cholesterol. It's a great food. I once upon a time I had a personal trainer, and I had to eat 18 almonds every morning. Like I had to sit. I was sitting counting the almonds. Oh my God, it was crazy. I had to eat a bowl of oatmeal with some fruit and eat 18 almonds because it's very healthy for you, and it has some protein in it as well. And chocolate. Oh my God, who doesn't love chocolate? And in this article I read this morning about Chocolate Almond Day, you can drizzle some. God, what is going on here? Drizzle some chocolate over popcorn and get some sliced almonds and put it in your popcorn. Now, I've never tried that. It sounds delicious. It's great in ice cream. It's great by itself, like a Hershey's almond bar. So good. So good. I don't know. How do you like your chocolate and almonds? It's Chocolate Almond Day. So how do you celebrate? Get a chocolate almond bar, or get some chocolate covered almonds. I like dark chocolate, so some dark chocolate covered almonds. Oh, now that would be delicious. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. Do 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 do. I could seriously go back to bed right now and fall right back asleep. But that's the cold medicine talking to me, I'm sure. I'm sure. Okay, let's talk about the trial. Judge, jury, and jury. I forgot to say it yesterday. Judge, jury, and jury. And Alec, who named the segment, Judge, Jury, and Jury, haven't seen that person around in a while. So, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know. I'm sure they'll come back, and we'll say hi to him. Anyway, so this is the murder trial of Melanie I don't know, E-A-M. I think, I don't know, they're pronouncing it all kinds of ways. Anyway, so, she is on trial for murdering her boyfriend. Well, ex-boyfriend, he broke up with her through a video game. They both were computer gamers. They played League of Legends, which is huge. Multi It's an MMO, massive multiplayer online game. So his handle was Burn in Hell, and her handle was Hellraiser. What a couple. So apparently he breaks up with. We don't have access to that particular dialogue because it's just gone. It's part of a game. You're never going to see it again. But the text messages between him and her, you can tell that that's what happened. That he breaks up with her in League chat. And she's not too happy about it, so she goes over and she stabs him, apparently. That was James Berry. So yesterday, the testimony of Nicola Berry, this is James's mother. Now, this was very emotional. This is her son. She lost her son. Now, she testified that Melanie frequented their home, that she would spend the night. She had spent the night before. This happens on the night of the 16th going into the 17th. So like really early hours, wee hours of the 17th after midnight. But on the night of the 15th, she had spent the night, gone home. She talked about her son, that he worked at PetSmart, and that he was a master gamer. Now, I'm a gamer. I've never heard of being a master gamer, but it's her son. If she wants to think of him as a master gamer, that's good. Is there such a thing as a master gamer? I mean, I've been playing video games for many years and never heard of that title, but okay. Whatever. I'm sure he told his mom that. Bless her heart. So Melanie had access to everything in the house. She knew her way around the kitchen. She knew where the knives were. That was clear. She was not there at dinner that night, but Nicola recalls that as she was going to bed, she did see her car. So she goes to bed. She testifies a guy goes to bed with her, and they fall asleep, and then she's woken by screaming. She hears Jeff, the best friend of James, who's there, screaming, "Help, help, call 911." So she and Guy jump out of bed. She follows him out of the room. Guy goes into the room. She follows him. She sees what's going on. Guy's starting to help. She leaves the room to go call 911. So she calls 911. I don't know if she left the room, but anyway, wherever her cell phone was, she gets it and she calls 911. And she says the operator kept saying to continue to pump his heart, which is what Guy was attempting to do on the bed, which is, it's unfortunate that he didn't know it would probably have been better off on the floor. I don't know that it would have saved his life. This guy had a horrible, massive injury. She said when she first walked into the room, she did see the bloody knife on the floor, and then later on she saw Guy pick up the knife and put it on the kitchen counter. Just, as he's walking out of the house, because they were, when police arrive, they take over the rescue and they ask the people to step outside of the house. So as Guy's leaving the house, he picks up the knife and he puts it on the kitchen counter. And she says, no, he did not wash the knife. He put it on the kitchen counter and we both walked out of the house. And she said, yeah, no, he did not wash the knife. Because the defense attorney is saying, did he wash his hands? Did he wash the knife? No. We put it on the counter. We left. We were told to leave. We left. And at one point, I don't remember at which point, but I think when she was talking about going into his room and seeing him, she kind of breaks down crying, and she said, I didn't think he was going to die. I didn't think he was going to die. Yeah. And she didn't know, I think, when she left that house that her son was going to die, that he wasn't going to make it. So sad. So sad. Anyway, so then we get the lead detective on the case. I'm not very impressed with this guy. Anyway, I'm just putting that out there. He arrives on the scene. James's body is still there. And before he enters the house, he feels like it's necessary to get a search warrant. So while he's waiting for the search warrant, he interviews the witnesses, and he interviews each of them separately. And also, while he's interviewing the witnesses, the medical examiner comes and, looks at the body, and he does take the case. He says, he has to pronounce him, and then they wrap the body up, and they'll take him to the ME's office for an autopsy the following day. So he did get a warrant to search the home. So what he found in the home once they were allowed to search was on the back patio. They found a pink cell phone, which we now know because every time a witness gets on the stand, the state asks them, "Is this your cell phone?" "No, it's not my cell phone." So, so the conclusion is it's Melanie's cell phone. And so he found the cell phone on the back patio, and they found the knife on the kitchen counter, and then they collected blood and all the trace evidence that they're, DNA, all that good stuff. They took all the pictures that they needed. But as far as actual search, it was just the knife and the cell phone. And then he was able to look at the chat, the text messages back and forth. And this state attorney, I'm not impressed with her either. She publishes stuff to the jury, but she doesn't, they don't get a good look at it. I don't think they do. I didn't get a good look at it. She's got her hands all over it, on the overhead, and yeah, this was in 2018. No, I know they had computers. I don't know why she's not using computers, but anyway. So I didn't see a lot of the messaging, but the important message that I saw was where Melanie says, "Thanks for leaving me through a leak chat." Now there's texts back and forth about, are you going to go back to your ex-girlfriend? He's like, "No, I'm not going back to my ex-girlfriend." And he says, "You got to admit we weren't happy." And she's like, "I was happy." And he's like, "Well, I wasn't happy." It's just going back and forth. So he breaks up with her apparently through this game. Oh my God. So that's how we know he broke up with her, in this game. So Detective Oliver, he finds out through interviewing the father of Melanie that she may be possibly in Maryland, that they have relatives in Maryland. So they give him the contact information for this relative and the address and everything. So he calls the Maryland police, and he has the police go by, and yes, there's this white Toyota Corolla there. And he asks the police, "Can you make contact with her?" He says, "I don't scare her. I don't want her arrested. Just make contact with her so they can make sure it's really her." So we have body cam footage of this officer making contact with her, and he's like, "I'm just here for a welfare check. Are you okay?" And she's like, "Well, I'm really scared," and she's crying, and he's like, "It's okay, we're going to need to take your vehicle. It may have been involved in a murder." And so they impound her vehicle for processing. So then he asks the Maryland Police Department to surveil her, because he's going to get on a plane the next day and he's going to come up and interview her. So, but he doesn't want to spook her, so he just has this local police department watch her to make sure she doesn't go anywhere else. And she doesn't. She never leaves the house. So he flies up there, he and another officer, and they interview her. And the interview is recorded. Oh, God, it's the worst recording I have ever listened to. It was so hard to hear because she's very soft spoken. And there is a dog in the background howling like it was the worst sound you've ever heard. Like somebody was dying and this howling. Like I said it's either somebody crying in the background or a dog. And it turns out it was a dog, but you couldn't hear very much for this dog howling. It was it was just the most I thought I looked at the video and I'm thinking, is this somebody in the audience, in the pews, in the audience? Is it crying? Is it the defendant crying? What is that noise? It was just terrible. Yeah, and so the state attorney clarifies, was that a dog? Yes, that was a hound dog. And they call it baying, I guess. He was baying. Oh, it was awful. Oh. Yeah. So you could hardly hear what she was saying, but she does say, shouldn't I have an attorney? And he's like, no, you don't need an attorney. I'm not arresting you. I'm just here to talk to you. I want to get your side of the story. I've gotten everybody else's side of the story. I want to hear your side of the story. You don't need an attorney, which I thought was strange. So he has not read her rights. I'm surprised this thing didn't get suppressed. Honestly, I am. I don't know if the defense didn't move to suppress it, or I don't know. I just don't know how this statement came in. I just don't know. Because if I were a judge, I would have excluded it. You didn't read her rights. You know you're going to arrest her. So, you could only really hear bits and pieces. At one point, she does go into the drawer for the knife. She said it was very quick. It was just so hard to hear, but she does confess she stabbed him, and then she got scared and she left. And she didn't mean to leave her cell phone. Yeah, it was just weird. So he said, well, didn't you have blood on you? And she said, well, I had a little bit on my shirt. And he goes, well, do you still have the shirt? Yeah, I still have the shirt. So she actually takes them to where she's staying in the basement of this home. And she hadn't washed the shirt yet, so she gives them the shirt. I'm like, oh, okay. I did forget that earlier in the testimony, the officer describes this guy's wounds. James had wounds. He said it was a 3 to 4 inch wound, or 3 to 5 inch wound in his chest. Then his jeans were sliced from top to bottom, and he had cuts on his hands, which were probably defensive wounds. So she was really, wailing at him, I guess. I don't know. So that's where I left off after trying to listen to this interview, finding out that there was a dog there. So this guy's still on the stand. At this point, I'm falling asleep, so I got to go to sleep. So that's where we're going to leave off today. I'll pick up there. I'll pick up there listening today and give you the rest of what he has to say. They do not arrest her after this interview. I know they talk about, she should probably turn herself in. She probably will be arrested, but they're not going to arrest her right just yet. I don't know why. They do, but it's probably better if you turn yourself into us. I didn't understand this conversation. Honestly, I didn't. But they leave, and they don't arrest her. I think we're going to get into when she gets arrested. But they don't arrest her after she just confessed to the killing of this guy. She does say she was upset that he broke up with her, and I don't know. I don't understand this whole thing. I don't know, I understand being upset that somebody broke up with you during a league chat, but by the time you've had a chance to text him back and forth, drive over to his house, are you still that angry, or maybe she was getting angrier as she thought about it? I don't know what was going through this woman's head. I don't know. So we'll find out today, and you'll find out tomorrow in the morning show. I wish it were Friday. I do. Wish it were Friday. I watched the nightly news last night, and it was so depressing. I gotta stop watching it. No more. You know, the death toll in that condo collapse rose dramatically because they're starting to find bodies. It's now not a recovery. It's not a rescue anymore. It's a recovery. So sad. And then, that hurricane hit Florida, and the president of Haiti was assassinated. I'm like, oh, God, turn it off. No more. I can't take it anymore. Yeah. So, no more watching the nightly news. No. It's too depressing. And the Delta variant of the COVID, my boss, her uncle, did I already tell this story? Her uncle passed away this past weekend. The funeral's tomorrow. Her uncle passed away from COVID, and they found out it was the Delta variant. He had been vaccinated. He lived in this facility with 12 other people. They'd all been vaccinated. Now they're all exposed to the Delta variant of COVID. So it is in Kansas, and they did say that on the national news. This is one of 4 states where there's an outbreak. Yes, because people in this state refuse to get vaccinated. So guess who's got to wear a mask all the time? Me, and I hate it. So I wear my mask. I don't care where I'm going anymore. I'm going to wear my mask. I told my boss yesterday, hey, anytime you want to let us work from home again, full time, I'll volunteer. So it's getting bad again. It's getting bad again. I don't need to know this, but yes, it is here in Kansas in full force. So she's got to go to his funeral tomorrow. Anyway, let's not talk about it anymore, shall we? It's just too depressing. No more watching the nightly news. We're just going to talk about fun stuff like diamond painting, cross stitching. Treasure Studios Arts came out with 6 new paintings yesterday from Laurel Retz. There's a video. It's only 2 minutes. Give it a look. Let me know what you think. Not my thing either. Yeah, it's not something I would order. It's just not my style. But very unique, and I'm sure that there's some people out there that would love it. Anyway, let's do this day in history. Okay, I found something really interesting for this day in history. All right, so on this day in history, now, come on, I had it pulled up. You're irritating me. Okay, this is super cool. American pharmacist John Stith Pemberton was born. He was the inventor of Coca-Cola. He was born July 8th, 1831, and he died in 1888. But he was the inventor of Coca-Cola. And how he was a pharmacist, and he was hooked on opiate medication. He had been in the war, had some injuries, got a lot of pain. So, opioid dependence goes way back. So he wanted to create an opium-free pain relief medicine. So he was addicted to morphine, and he started, he invented what he called French wine coca, which was made from Peruvian coca, wine, Coca-Cola nut, but he had to substitute syrup for it when Prohibition came in. He had to take the alcohol out of it and make a non-alcoholic version, which he called Coca-Cola, because he accidentally mixed it with sparkling water, a seltzer water, or carbonated water, whatever you're going to call it back then. He mixed it with carbonated water, and he liked it. So he started serving it as a fountain drink in his pharmacy, and it got very, very popular. But interestingly, because it was created as an alternative to morphine, he put cocaine in it. Yeah, there you go. He went from morphine to cocaine. But there was only 9 milligrams of cocaine in it per glass. Now they say if you do a typical line of cocaine, it has 50 to 75 milligrams of cocaine. And he was only putting 9 milligrams of cocaine into a glass of Coca-Cola. But it says this was reduced to trace amounts by the early 1900s and eliminated altogether in 1929. So when Coca-Cola started out, there was cocaine in it. I did not know that. I'd heard rumors of that. I didn't know it was true. Yeah. So he was super poor. He had to declare bankruptcy, suffering from health issues. So he sold the rights to Coca-Cola, and right before he died, and he wanted to keep a share of the Coca-Cola for his son, but his son wanted the money instead. Shame on you. Shame on you. Anyway, his son wanted the money instead, so the formula was sold to the Coca-Cola company. And no more cocaine for you. Yeah. Interesting, huh? Who knew? So, yeah, his name was John Stith Pemberton, inventor of Coca-Cola. Anyway, I hope it helped his pain. I'm sure it did. Cocaine? But I'm going to say, even without the cocaine, Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, very addicting. Very addicting. It doesn't do a darn thing for pain, but it sure is addicting. I was so addicted to Diet Coke at one time in my life. I don't drink it at all now. I haven't drank it in years. I gave it up. I wish I could give up chocolate like that. No, I don't. I don't wish that. But if I could, I might be slimmer. You never know. Oh, you never know. What is going on here with this drill? All right. We're done drilling because I gotta go to work. Work. Gotta go to work. And physical therapy. Yes. Today is the actual day for physical therapy. And boy, I just need a full body massage. I really do. I really do. Everything hurts. But, we're getting old, so, that's the way it is. Everything hurts. Let me cover this up because I haven't diamond painted enough of it to be comfortable leaving it uncovered. So, guys, thank you for coming by this morning. Thank you for watching the morning show. I love you, and your participation is always, what do I want to say? Appreciated. Don't forget, you can become a member of the channel by hitting the join button on the channel page, or down in the description, there's a link to join the channel. What that is you give a small monthly donation each month goes to support the content of the channel. Or you can become a Patreon of the channel if you want to make a larger donation where YouTube doesn't get a cut of the donation. You can become a Patreon. That is also down in the description on how to do that. And that is always really, really appreciated. And sometimes special member benefits. I don't give you guys as much benefits as you deserve, but I should. Anyway, I love you all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. If you enjoyed it, share it with someone. Tell them, hey, crime and crafting. Who could want more while you're crafting? What happened to my... Oh, I dropped the mouse on the floor. All right, we can't end the show. I love you all. Bye. Take care.